All right, Dead Cells. Push and play. Here's the stuff that I've unlocked so far. It's not a whole lot compared to what's in the game, but it's definitely sizable.
So here's a part in the video where Eric explains what's in every jar. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get to choose one of 3 weapons. You get a shield, allows you to block and parry stuff. Pretty useful. You get a bow, typically, which either, whatever, allows you to shoot people, has some effects. And then you get a melee weapon. So yeah, this game is basically, if you're into 2D platformers or super big into old school stuff like Symphony of the Night or whatnot, this is definitely your jams. Especially if you also like roguelikes and whatever, rogue-likes or whatever that phrasing means.
I think that's part of the reason why I like this game so much is because I played the hell out of Castlevania Symphony of the Night when I was a teenager. So seeing this game makes me just so happy.
Yeah, and you just run around, pick up tons of stuff. Oh yeah, there's something if I have money for.
You can't
Don't have
afford
the
that.
money for that right now. That's fine. That's
you could chip away at the door and maybe sell the pieces of the door to be able to open that door.
Feels like I should be able to do
It's
that,
a
although it
golden
might
door.
be kind of heavy.
No, you're good. Just get pieces of it.
And the other thing that's crazy about this game is just how fast and fluent the movement is. It's rare that I find a game that I like this. Hold on, getting
Fluent or
destroyed
fluid?
now. Fluid.
It's fluid. It's fluent in movement.
Let's see here, fire
Red
grenades.
one means burning.
Oh yeah, and as you can see, like most of the items all have the similar kind of effect. Like twin daggers will always have a critical hit on the 3rd consecutive strike. Duplex bow always shoots 2 arrows at a time, but then there's always modifiers. Apparently cannot be sold as a popular one, which is terrible, and I'm sad. And also, there's some really crazy synergies you can do, which is just like any sort of kind of game like this. Yeah, I'll get the rune. Hey,
there's a rune that you accidentally hit. Sorry, I'll try not to point out all the runes. I'm just so excited when I see them.
I never noticed them, so it's great having her
I don't know how interesting it is, though, when we're doing this. It might be really irritating.
Yeah. Well, I'm always irritated because I'm just like trying to have fun. Yeah, I'm like, I want to keep going. I want to kick some ass. I don't want to slow down.
Yeah, he'll be going like 300 miles an hour. I'm like, wait, there's a rune. So he's like, oh, God. Thanks for the cake and the wall. This wall cake.
Yeah, well, it always pans out. Or it's always money.
Somebody put the cake in there for you, though.
Oh, yeah, this starting area is just the easiest. It's just very simple.
He says that while using a health potion.
Yeah. All I gotta do is just not use more than 1 health potion, or 2 right now. I have 2 unlocked.
What if you take like a sip?
I know,
and there was a blue.
Yep. Oh yeah, that white orb I just picked up there. That's kind of the progression system. It's you gotta. Wow, there's so many. I usually see like maybe 1 every other level, not just 20 in like the first fucking 2 minutes. Yep. Oh, and there's tons of narrative stuff going on.
Been dead for a while.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of lame. Once I finished the investing of it, I like, for example, a heavy crossbow. I can get this if I dump 40 into it. Then it pops up in that jar floating above, like one of the jars in that beginning stage.
The jars that Eric didn't go over each one to tell you what was in them.
Yeah,
we remember the jars.
Adventure.
You know what would be cool is if you hit the teleporter the same time that a monster is next to it, and it just teleports you to the next location, but you're mixed with that monster, like in The Fly.
Oh, right.
You're gonna be
a
fly guy.
That'll expand some synergies right there.
Yeah.
The biggest bang for the buck is HP, so I'm gonna go green on that one. I'm gonna throw a grenade in his fucking mouth.
We're very conscious for the environment. We're going green on that one.
Yeah.
You have a liquidy sword.
I made a mistake. I'm not in a bow mood. I don't want to shoot stuff. I want to roll around and a bunch of things. So
I
I'll
hope
probably
somebody rages on you.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you pick those 2 weapons?
Something, I don't know. And this one requires like 4 bosses, I guess. But to be honest,
please look it up.
Yeah, like I've killed a few of them, and I've never been able to open any of these. So
that's just what the guide says. It says these doors, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
You maybe
just
kill
unsure.
a boss. That's just what it says, like word for word.
Yeah. So that door has
I feel like it's slightly different each time, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to be like, no, stupid, it's the same thing every time.
Yeah, you'll see, you'll see secret, just like any, binding.
Hey, the shopkeeper said, take your broke ass out of a shop. What do you need? You can't afford it.
Time to leave.
What are you buying?
And this is where it's really handy to have that teleporter thing bypass all that.
He opens his coat.
What are you buying here?
There's nothing even in his coat. Everything's just out in front of him.
He's just got a disability, like a mental problem. He just shows up every day with just his coat. He just needs
the shop doesn't even belong to him. It's just stuff that's laying around, just random things. I have this rock.
make a little beanstalk.
Yeah, you have to. So what you have to do
over
here
there.
is you have to plant the seed and then come back when you're an adult, and then there'll be a beanstalk that
Yeah.
grows.
I just found a dude waving his hands outside a cage saying, "Come here, boy."
Oh yeah,
He's
I
like,
remember
"I'm gonna."
that.
Yeah, Alicia was.
He's
just
like,
happening
he's
to
like, come closer,
that. Yep, and
closer.
yeah, and then he's like, "If you get me that teleport skill and give it back to me, I'll be your friend." And so,
But what did you do?
I gave him the finger, like his little cinema cutscene where I gave him the finger and ran off. And
Well,
he
you took
threatened
his
to get
item
me.
and you left him in his cell. I'd be pissed
Yeah.
off too.
Oh yeah, this thing. Clearly, there's another Metroidvania ability down here, and then I guess I probably stomp it and blah blah blah. Man, I'm not making a lot of money this time around.
No, you're kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll just walk away again.
He's much better usually, I promise. I like when you collect scrolls like that and the monsters around you just kind of wait. They just kind
yeah.
of wait for you to be done.
Oh yeah, this corpse pile is just like, hey man, I see all these things and they look like me. Maybe it's because I die all the goddamn time. Get your.
You know what would be funny is that if each time you died, there's just more corpses on the pile.
Then I think that'd be really.
Because
weird,
with
yeah.
Eric's runs, that whole room, the entire room would be just filled with his bodies.
Eventually, yeah, you'll have to reset because you can't make passage
Yeah,
through.
and
You
it
just
makes
have to
it so
restart.
laggy because of all of your corpses everywhere.
And the corpses spill out like into other levels. So like even if you make it through, like the ramparts start with you like having to climb up
having to
through
step
a bunch
through.
of bodies.
Even the monsters
Yeah.
are just disgusted with it. They're like, God, clean up your bodies.
This game, the controls are so responsive that you'll see me just kind of like I want to drop down, but I keep wanting to go too fast. So I keep getting back on. I'll lose my mind after a while because I won't realize I'm doing that until like the 14th time in a row, and then I'll just scream. The
He'll
controls
scream in
are-
real life too. We've had calls from neighbors that are
Yeah, the
furious
cops
at-
just always.
Yeah, the
always
cops
the
are just
cops.
being-
They know my name. They just
Eric,
walk
please
in. They have
stop
a key.
screaming.
And they just come over and they just get real close to my ear over the couch, not to spook me, and they'll let me know that hey, there was some complaints, and then I'll just be careful next time is what I tell them, and then we're good.
Well,
to
they
go.
make you promise, and you're like, I promise.
Nope.
This
in terms of
game's the
refreshing
Dark
stuff.
Souls of side
my first
scrollers.
boss. I don't really worry too much about this
Ooh.
guy because chances are
You're
yeah,
about to
I'll-
die. You
yeah,
need to worry
yeah,
about
yeah.
him right now.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to say is I do.
Oh boy.
Wow, yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, I'm back. 'cause
Hey,
my thing-
Eric's not really worried
I'm
about
not
this
paying
boss,
attention,
guys. Yeah.
Well, no, what I mean by worried about is not like, oh, I'll just beat him. But if I don't have basically, I consider this guy kind of like a gear check.
Desecrated.
There's tons of little. Oh God.
Oh, too bad. You got to. You think you're gonna die in the sewers?
Oh yeah, probably.
Do you think anybody will miss you?
Probably. Everyone's gonna miss me.
Nobody will miss you.
Ooh. All these guys. And yeah, one hit with those scorpion guys. They just show up out of nowhere. They hit you. It's like a guaranteed half.
Oh yeah,
health.
those scorpions are kind of dicks.
Mhm.
Where do they
Yeah.
even come from?
Just nowhere. That's where they
That's
live.
my problem, though.
They
Why?
hail.
Look at that.
From out of nowhere.
He came from like a
Mhm,
pipe.
A pipe.
Yeah.
Just a stained pipe.
And he was much bigger than the pipe. That doesn't even make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah, goodbye. I don't like those things.
Oh, no.
There it is. All right.
I'm gonna need you to like and subscribe to my channel.
Smash that like button.
I want you to fucking obliterate that like button. I want you to take that like button. I want you to murder its family in front of it.
Shove it up its own ass.
Shove it up its own ass.